Hey y'all, welcome to Big Joe Malia's World. Today, I am making chicken noodle soup. Welcome to Big Joe and Malia's World,
where we keep it hillbilly fabulous. Yee yee!
All right, chicken noodle soup. Here's pretty much what you have to have. You've got to have celery, onions, carrots, rosemary, thyme, bay leaves, chicken broth, minced garlic, salt, pepper. Of course, you got to have chicken, and you have to have egg noodles. Now, I will include all the ingredients and all the instructions in the description on this video, but here's how you put it together. All right, in the crock pot, you're going to put your chicken. Now, leave your chicken whole because at the end you can pull it out and we're going to shred it up. So, I've already added the minced garlic. I'm going to add rosemary. I'm going to put some thyme in there. I'm going to put, need to get me a bay leaf off the limb here. Bay leaf. I'm going to put all my vegetables in. My carrots, my celery, my onions, all that good stuff's going to go right in there. Right in the crock pot, right on top. All right. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on this. Let's see. That should do it. If we need more at the end, we'll just put more in on the end. All right, so we have our chicken, our herbs, our salt and pepper, and our vegetables in there. The last thing we're going to do is cover it up with our chicken broth. This is going to take a minute. Smells good already, I swear it does. Get a better grip on this. It's hard to do this by myself. Joe's at work today. So I'm just muddling along, making my soup in the kitchen. Still on quarantine for Ian. Today's our last day though, so he'll go back to school tomorrow, so that's a good thing. This is a good cold weather recipe. This is also a good sick day recipe for all these illnesses going around right now. It's a lot of chicken broth. A lot. All right. That's the last thing you do. All right. That's all you have to do. You just leave it just like that. You don't have to stir it. Don't have to do anything. Last thing you're going to do, put the lid on it. Put the lid on your crock pot. And we're going to turn it on low for about 6 to 8 hours. And we'll come back and check on it here in just a little bit. This is 4 hours into the cooking. And I do want to point out something. Now, there's a lot of onions in there. If you aren't particularly fond of onions that much, or you want to remove some of the onions that the recipe calls for, feel free to do so because it is a lot. And it's mostly, I'm using the onions mostly to flavor the soup. So when the cooking process is over, I will probably remove quite a bit of those. Save some though, but same with the carrots and the celery. I am going to leave the carrots and celery. But you can remove some of the onions. It smells delicious. I checked, the chicken is just about cooked. But we will check in again in just a little while. Okay, it is about 7 hours later from the start of the video. And I have removed the herbs from the soup. And I've also strained out a lot of the onions. I left the carrots and the celery, but I did strain out a lot of the onions. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to add the noodles. Add the egg noodles just like that. Give it a stir. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes. And we'll check on it again. I also want to add, before you add the noodles, you want to go ahead and remove the chicken. Let it be cooling off for just a few minutes because you're going to shred that chicken before you put it back in. Here is the soup. It's all finished. Look at all those noodles and all that chicken floating around in there. All we got to do now is wait for Big Joe to get home from work to do the taste test. All right, Big Joe's home from work. Let's look at the bowl here. Gonna do the taste test, finally. I'm about to starve. It's good, isn't it?
Some of the best chicken noodle soup I've ever eaten.
Ooh,
Definitely.
lots of noodles, lots of chicken.
Definitely gets Big Joe's.
Well, that's it for the chicken noodle soup recipe. We hope you enjoyed it. If you do try this recipe, please let us know in the comments because we love to know how you like all our recipes. And as always, we want to thank you for allowing a little bit of Big Joe and Malia's World
Into your world.
We'll see you soon, guys.
Bye.